I don't believe it. I think he's over here. Anita Dunn, one of her favorite political philosophers is Mao. How about the guy?
Yes, and one of David Rockefeller, one of his, and he's on record helping fund News Corps and Clear Channel, on record, so he can control the opposition. The best way to control is to lead it. He wrote in 1976, he wrote multiple editorials, but one in 76, praising Mao as one of his favorite philosophers. Called him a philosopher. Our government kicked Chiang Kai-shek out. That's now been declassified. Our government helped put Lenin in. And then when Stalin got out of control, he was certainly really bad, and kicked out the Trotskyites. They came over here, and William Kristol's father founded the neoconservative movement that you work for. I mean, you want to talk about communists in the White House? Bush had a lot more, but they're not communists. They use that as a banner to take over societies. Let's continue.
Now, these are just people. These people are in and around the White House. This guy isn't, but this is where Obama launched his campaign, at this man's house. For 20 years, he sat in this man's church. This man says the government gives people drugs and then wants us to sing God Bless America. No, no, no.
Good pause.
You know the rest of that.
The government gives us drugs. See, and they also have the controlled left, like Reverend Wright, come out and say the government created HIV. That's declassified, but never give any evidence. And the government ships the drugs in. Well, I mean, they had a congressional hearings, and the CIA Inspector General in 1996 admitted they ship in the majority of the narcotics. Oh, but see now, if you don't trust the government, and you know the government shipping drugs in, as Ron Paul exposed in that speech a month ago, and Ron Paul said we've had a CIA coup, and they're shipping the drugs in, oh, you're with Reverend Wright. See, I'm not a left-winger or a right-winger. If something's the truth, I talk about it. And I talk about how big government's the tool of control, whether it's from the fake right or the fake left. But see, Glenn Beck makes it all a left-wing thing to think the government deals drugs or the government's engaged in population reduction, so that the right wing watching this won't fully wake up. And the left in Newsweek and Time comes out and attacks the right wing and says, oh, look, it's a right-wing thing to believe the UN wants to reduce your numbers and to believe the government's dealing drugs. See, when Bush is in office, it's a left-wing thing to talk about FEMA camps. When Obama is in office, it's a right-wing thing. No, it's the truth. But as long as they can divide you into two groups to fight, they win. And everything Beck does is that. So he knows you're waking up to this, so he comes in and says, I'm against the left-right paradigm. Now here's a graphic of the left-right paradigm. Continue.
He says it's in the Bible. That's what happens to countries for killing innocent people. So he's surrounded.
Oh, wait a minute. Reverend Wright says that the Arabs attacked us because we were oppressing them. That's what the big foundation-funded Ward Churchill says. See, 9/11 Truth never said that. We know it was staged. We know radical Muslims are funded to overthrow mainline regimes in the Middle East and Central Asia. See? Most of these people he puts up here prop up, like Noam Chomsky and Howard Zinn, the official line that 9/11 was not an inside job. The left, the controlled left, has been the biggest attacker of 9/11 Truth. It's all fraud. When you know the truth, everything Lynn Beck says is a twisted distortion, a spin, or an outright lie. Continue with this liar.
Surrounded by radicals. Here's why the Republic is in danger. And the president is in danger first, then the Republic.
Back it up. Hit pause, back it up 10 seconds. Here's why the Republic's in danger. Not that big offshore banks that openly want worldwide eugenics and world government are in control. Not that they've stolen 28+ trillion and counting in the last year and a half. Not that it's bipartisan. Not that Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan Chase own both parties. Not that Northcom is setting up all these FEMA camps. Not that they're launching all these wars based on lies. Not that troops are suddenly running checkpoints all over the country with any excuse they get. No, the Republic is in danger. He now brings you to the ultimate enemy. You don't like communists. You don't like these socialists. You don't like people that bomb the Pentagon, who all prop up the official 9/11 story. Guilt by association. Now he brings in Van Jones, the only one they kicked out because broken clocks are right twice a day and blind hogs do occasionally find acorns. Because now he can make it a left-wing issue for 9/11 truth. When the truth is, it was the libertarians and true constitutionalists that exposed 9/11 from day one. You're looking at the founder of the 9/11 truth movement. I'm the guy that had the nerve to tell the truth before it happened and after it happened. I understood how important it was to take false flag terror away from these people. And we've used this radio show as a platform for all the real leaders against the New World Order to build them up to where you now see them as pundits on international television, like Webster Tarpley, from obscurity to being well known. Continue with Glenn Beck, because here he comes in with the danger to the Republic. It's not the big banks. It's not the New World Order. It's a few leftists they had in the White House for left cover to pacify the left. Here it is.
In the Bible, that's what happens to countries for killing innocent people. So he's surrounded by radicals. Surrounded by radicals. Here's why the Republic is in danger. And the president is in danger first, then the Republic. Here's this tree of revolution we talked to you about. Cloward and Piven. These were the Marxist students. These were people like this guy. SDS. Okay? Right here is when they think, yeah, Che, that's the way to go. They want a real revolution. Guns, blood in the street. SDS. Cloward and Piven come along, and they say, no, wait a minute. We can just infiltrate and collapse the system. We can overwhelm it. Those people say, yes, Wade Rathke, Dale Rathke, SEIU, Acorn, they move over in this direction. They say, yes, we'll do it peacefully.
Hit pause. So they're going to do it peacefully. So now it's Acorn that collapsed things. It's not the big banks. Glenn Beck's for the banker bailout. It's Acorn. Now, we know Acorn's bad and involved in all sorts of criminality. We were exposing it before Glenn Beck was. This is community organizing. This is how the government gets you dependent. But that's a lie that they're behind the collapsing economy. It's the New World Order. It's NAFTA-GATT. It's globalization. And who exposed that and who's off the air now? Lou Dobbs, who isn't perfect, but he's for real. He believes what he's saying. He's not a globalist. He's gone. In comes Glenn Beck. Let's continue.
Jeff Jones, who, by the way, is the co-founder, William Ayers and Jeff Jones, the co-founder of the Weather Underground. Those guys say, no, blood and guns, and they go this way. Okay? This guy, see, this is his rap sheet or his fingerprint.